watching HSN. I'm Suzanne Runyon. Hi, I hope you're having an awesome evening, and I hope you can hang out with me, but more importantly, my guest. Wolfgang is celebrating 23 fabulous years here exclusively at HSN. You know what's so awesome about him? Not only is he a world-renowned chef, he has, so many great restaurants. He's, does all the big parties, the red carpet ones. He's just really a great guy. And he's very, very passionate about making great product that make you the very best cook you can be in your home. We've got 2 hours. It is absolutely loaded. We have a lot of on sale items. Like, we're gonna go through a whole lot of stuff. It's a really busy couple of hours. But let me preview 2 items that are really key in this first hour. The first one is this. How about a fabulous 9-quart air fryer? Oh my goodness, all digital. This is brilliant. You'll see right here, 2 colors, black or red, just how easy it is to operate. Now, what makes his extra special? One, the capacity is fabulous. So if you're cooking one or a big team, you've got it. You're gonna fill this one up in easy to use. It's multi-purpose. It air fries, it bakes, and it roasts. And you can do everything from literally baking cakes to doing what would be like fried ooey gooey, like mozzarella sticks at a restaurant without any of the guilt. Yay, yay, yay. Anyway, that's coming up. He'll tell you a whole lot about it. And then it was really interesting because the Beekman boys were just on with Marlo, and they were talking about yogurt and how it's really great for you. It's great for your system, your body. They were talking about Andrew Lessman talks about probiotics. Well, imagine being able to make your own yogurt at home. I think this is one of the most exciting items there is. Personally, I love yogurt. You can make it out of regular milk, coconut milk, nut milk. You can do fruit on the bottom yogurt, but there's none of the preservatives. You do it at home, and the best part is you set it and you forget about it. Can you imagine feeding you, your family, your kids, homemade delicious yogurt in a whole host of flavors, whatever flavors you want, but now you're gonna do it at home. And literally, you set this, you walk away, have a cocktail, have a coffee, whatever you want, come back, and your yogurt is ready, homemade and delicious. Now, this is coming up, HSN price, we have 3 flex on it, and I've got 3 colors, or 2 colors. I have the black and we have the red. Don't miss out on this one. This is the first time I'm presenting it, so we don't air it very often because I'm very blessed to do a lot of Wolfgang shows. All right, come on over here. Every single kitchen, it doesn't matter if you're just say, oh, I can't cook at all, or, oh, I'm the best cook out there. I'm a fabulous chef myself, not me, but you might be. Everybody's got to have really great knives. And I will tell you, over the years, we have sold, no kidding, hundreds of thousands of knives from Wolfgang Puck. He makes some of the most popular and the very best. This set is core, and please look at that price tonight. Originally, this is $41. It became a customer pick because they're great knives. Stainless steel, got a lot to talk about. They're a really awesome set. Tonight, for the very first time, we're at $29.95. If you've got ratty knives, old knives, rusty knives, crooked knives, knives that don't match, knives that don't cut, then tonight is your night to grab our most popular set and get it at a huge feature price savings, and we've got 3 flex on top of it. All you have to do is pick your colors. We have black, then up here we go to the blue. This is the gray. I personally love the pink. This is the red, and this is the teal. And of course, the pink's the most limited. Look how fun that is. Then what are you getting? You start off the first one. These are beautifully, beautifully made knives. The first one's gonna be your 4-inch utility prep knife. That is just a home run. The next one, and you'll see it up close here in just a second, is the Nakuri knife. This is a 5-inch, really unique shape. We'll ask a chef about that. This one's a really great knife. This is the scalloped utility. Not only is it good for like cutting, but it's great for getting like peanut butter or mayonnaise, and it's also an awesome thing to spread maybe icing on a cake. The one after that is called your ridge knife. That's a 7-inch. And then here in the back is this stunning beveled slicing knife, which is an 8-inch. They all come with the protection sheaths, and this is now the lowest price we've ever offered, so a great time to update those old rotten knives in your knife drawer, okay? Is Chef ready? We're ready to go out to LA? All right, well, I couldn't do the show these 2 hours without Wolfgang Puck joining me. Chef, happy anniversary. Can you believe it's 23 years here?
I know, Susan. You were barely born. I was already at the HSN. Amazing, huh?
Oh, I love you.
I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be here for so many years. Longevity is really the most important part in life. Spargo is open for 40 years already, which is really amazing. But Susan, The biggest news really for this year is, Disney Plus did my documentary. So anybody out there who buys things from her, go on Disney Plus and you can get and see how it all started in Austria, where I grew up, in France, and then obviously in America until I opened Spargo. So it's a lot of fun, a little over an hour. So this is the newest thing what I have this year. But being at HSN for 23 years is really, I think, a record. Not many people are there that long. Why? Because we're all about quality. Now, we are having this amazing knife set. You get 5 knives at the price where if you go to any cook store, you won't get one for that price because it is really stainless carbon steel. It is the best quality. You cannot get a better knife anywhere. So this has also the sleeves on it. Now, that's how it comes. Look at that here. It comes in this beautiful box, and then you just take it out just like that. Look at that. You get that at home, and you're going to say, oh, my God, this must be super expensive. But don't tell them you bought it at HSN. Why can we give you this price? Because we buy thousands of knife sets. So this is really amazing. So we have a slicer here. I love my slicer. I do so many different things with it. You can slice onions. Look how that cuts through, how easy. See that? So if you want to make your hamburgers, like we are selling our burgers to, you need nice onions. You make nice onion rings if you want to. You can do it now. So it is just perfect. Now, I'm going to do here a beautiful melon. So we cut off the ends of it, just like that. And then with my smaller paring knife, I'm going to cut some zigzag in here. See that? You can maybe see that from up here. Can you see that?
It looks gorgeous. Yeah,
so it's so easy. It goes through this. It looks like the melon is made out of butter. I mean, so easy.
Really does.
Anybody can sculpt vegetables, melon, any kinds of fruits you have to make it look great. Okay, now look at that.
Oh, perfect.
See
That's
that?
gorgeous.
So if you want to present some fruits, for example, you take out the seeds here out of your melon because we don't eat the seeds. And then we fill them with fruits, with ice cream, with sorbets, whatever you want. If you put sorbet in it, chill it a little bit before, or you just put it on like that, a few fruits in here, and you're done. Look at that. The presentation is so important because we eat with our eyes first. All right. So now let's continue. We have so many things to cut up. I love to buy sausages. I grew up in Austria. We eat a lot of dried sausages like salami. I never buy them when they are pre-sliced. So always buy a whole sausage and then you slice it. Why? How can we slice it? Because we have a slicer. See, so simple, so easy. And you make nice thin slices or you make thicker one. It all depends what you want. You want to make a little charcuterie plate, have a beer or a glass of wine with it. It makes it so easy with our knife here. Look at that. I made some beautiful sausage slices. I have to taste from.
Hey,
delicious.
Chef, I'd love you to tell us a little bit about, I think, one of the most unique knives, which, of course, is the Nakiri knife. Can you talk about why you included this one and what it's supposed to do?
I'm swallowing my sausage. All right, now look at this knife here. It's a 5-inch Nakiri knife. It has this indentation here. Can you see that? Maybe I show it to you, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you cut something, nothing sticks on it. So it makes it really easy. But I use it also to spread things on it. Like if you decorate a cake, put your spreading on it, your cream cheese glaze or whatever it is. So it's really perfect to cut your vegetables, your fruit, whatever it is. Like the same thing with this one. With this all-purpose knife here, it has like to cut your bread, your bagels, whatever, and then you can spread perfectly like cream cheese on top of your bread slice. See that?
Hey, Chef, talk about the quality and the construction of your knives, because just to give you guys an idea, if you were to go into a really beautiful kitchen accessory store and you were to walk over and see a gorgeous stainless steel knife, a handle that's so ergonomic, so comfortable, you can really get a good grip on these. You know the price tag is very expensive just for a standard beautiful knife like this. It is truly amazing that Chef's able to bring this kind of top quality, the type of knives you'll be using for years to come. They stay really, really sharp. And you get such a gorgeous set, and you're spending $29.95. I mean, it's very inexpensive. In fact, it's the lowest price we've ever done. Two little notes. We have, if you're really gonna clean out your knife drawer, a gorgeous steak knife set coming up next hour. These are also on sale. They are stunning. So if we're talking knives, I wanted to make sure you knew that was coming up in the show. And also, Chef has a brilliant plug-in electric knife sharpener, even does scissors, one of my all-time favorites, guys. And these are gonna keep if you need to sharpen your knives, eventually you're gonna have to, or if you have really dull knives at home and you wanna bring them back to life, please think about investing in this. We're gonna throw the graphics up for you so you know exactly the scoop on it. It's fabulous. And the fact it does scissors, I love that so much because I'm a crafter. And I'm always burning through my scissors because I make them so dull so quickly. This is on sale as well, $25.95. And truly set yourself up right. You cannot be good in the kitchen. You cannot cook good if you don't have a great set of knives. So this is like, it's like a construction guy going to a site and not having a hammer and a saw. You have to have these core essentials, and Chef has put a brilliant set together. Well, Marion's joining me. She is not only a pastry chef, but she has been with Wolfgang Puck. Marion, have you also been with Wolfgang for 23 years?
Yes, lucky
Yay!
me. Yes, not at HSN, but at the restaurant in Orlando. Yes.
I love that. That's so sweet. And she rejoins us tonight. What is one of your favorite knives?
This one, well, also the color, the best color in the whole world, pink. But I love the scalloped utility because it is perfect for frosting a cake because it makes a really pretty wavy pattern, but also for bagels. I use this one all the time. Anywhere you'd use a serrated knife, I love that they have his name on them because then you're so proud to give it as a gift. Yes, it's giftable, but they're going to see that name every time. And I love that every one of the knives, Suzanne, has what is it? What size? So if you're looking at a recipe and you're new to this, you'll know when to grab. Then let's just talk about those cushy, squishy, beautiful handles that are silicone and so comfortable. And then when you're done cutting that sandwich or that apple or whatever it is, that they have a sheath. It's safety, and then it also keeps that blade from bumping into things and keeping it sharp. So if you're the kind of person that likes all your counters to be nice and clean, you don't want a big knife block, this is what you do. You throw them in a drawer because they're all protected with the sheaths. And what's so cool is even later, long later, when you go to do that turkey and carve it, the one for slicing it is still pristine and beautiful and ready to go because it's been protected by that sheath. That's the Wolfgang difference. That's why I love him. Well, one of the many reasons why I love him.
Well, 23 years later, you're still smiling. You guys are still together. So it's a great team. And Chef, I want to go back to you too, because it is key. Okay. Like you said, you'd never go into a kitchen without a great knife set.
Exactly. It is the most important part to have great knives. The quality of this knife is amazing. It's a full tang carbon stainless steel knife. What does it mean, full tang? It means it's all one piece. So even if you chop something, it never break off. So you get all the different knives. For example, I used a small one here to cut out the stem of the tomatoes, and then you can use the Nikiri knife to slice them. See that? Look, I can slice the tomato. I mean, this is the softest tomato you can get, super ripe, and you slice it with my knife here, just like that. Look at that. Oh. All right. Now we have a big chicken here in our air fryer. Look at that. Let me take it out, and we're gonna slice the chicken. If you don't have a good knife, how are you gonna cut a chicken? It will be very difficult. Okay, now I have my big knife here. Now look at that, how it goes through. Look at that. This is the chicken with the bone in and everything. See that? I have half my chicken here. All right, if I want to chop it off even more so, let me put it on the side here. Look at that. Look. It's a bone-in chicken, nice and juicy, cooked in the air fryer perfectly. And then with the knife, you cut it like you won't believe it. Look at that. I cut off the legs. Tack. So you can cut it into 8 pieces, 6 pieces, whatever you want. And then we just put it on a plate and we are done.
Love it. Okay, guys, so here's the scoop. The pink is the most limited right now. We have the black set, we have the blue, that's what Chef's working with, the gray, pink, red, and this is the teal. And as I said, your pink is the most limited of the colors. So let's see those again. There's your blue, there's your gray, there's your pink, there's your red, and there's your teal, and of course we have the black. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knives. You're just getting the highest quality. They're designed to last and be durable for a very long time. You get a sure grip handle. It even has the protection here to watch your finger on every one of the knives, so you're not gonna be able to slide forward on it. Obviously you wanna be careful working with knives, but he's really designed these to be very user-friendly. And what a great gift to give somebody. I mean, $29.95. You can't go out and get a bad knife at a bad store, like a superstore, at that price, let alone get the quality that Chef brings us. And this is all exclusive. Here's the value. You have to put it all together if purchased separately. I usually put those two words together. $57.45. Just look, I mean, if you're just talking about the big guy, which was the beveled slicing back here, and the second one, which is the ridge knife, these two alone are $29, just at our great original price. Now lowest price we've ever done. And what a treat. I know we're busy for these. I've got a lot of surprises coming up. By the way, that yogurt machine, many of you already have jumped online to get that one. Great idea, making your own homemade yogurt. It's so good for you. It's so easy to do. You set it and forget it. The air fryer is coming up. You saw that beautiful 5-pound chicken come out of. So we've got a jam-packed show. But this is the heart and soul of a kitchen. You know, you can have the nicest sink, you can have the nicest range, you can have the nicest pots and pans, but if you have lousy knives, it ruins everything. Or start someone out right with a great set of knives. This would make an exceptional gift idea. Again, don't forget, we've got the beautiful customer pick steak knives coming up. They're so gorgeous. And please don't forget, if you want to, eventually you will have to sharpen these knives. You've got the knife sharpener, you plug it in. It's absolutely so automatic and accurate. Even does scissors. For me, that little symbol right there is such a big deal. And it does screwdriver heads, believe it or not. You pop it in right there, which is, I think, really a great idea. But having that for me as a crafter is a really big deal, so you can keep your knives nice and sharp, and you can get the scoop on that. There it is, $25.95. We've got flex all over the place tonight. One thing I want you to think about as we move on into the show is we have our HSN card, and if you apply for it right now, you are getting $40 off. Normally we do 10, which is okay. We get kind of excited if we do $20 off. We get super excited because this is the max, and if you've ever wanted our card, maybe you want to put it towards, let me look up something here. I would say the yogurt maker. It's $31.95. So basically, you're gonna be able to get that yogurt maker for free if you charge it on your card as that first purchase. Of course, there's lots of goodies behind it that you get having the card. Really, quite frankly, it's kind of funny. Most of the things we don't talk about on the air. To find out more details or apply, you can go to hsn.com. Well, it is anniversary month, and one of the biggest anniversaries here at HSN has to be Chef Wolfgang Puck. We're now gonna move on to this glorious air fryer. Now, Chef has done very popular fryers over the years. In fact, he came out originally with a digital fryer, or with a dial fryer, which was really great. We sold thousands of them. Now he's gone digital because you're gonna get a ton of accuracy with this. And again, it's one of those set it and kind of forget it moments. You just put in whatever topic it is, whatever you might be cooking, and you walk away. Look at that, yeah, that's a cupcake. There's some chicken. This does wonderful multi-purpose cooking for you. It's an air fryer, it bakes, honest to goodness bakes, and it roasts, i.e. you saw that 5-pound beautiful brown chicken that was so juicy and perfect. What most people buy the air fryer for is to get fried food, get the crunch, get the taste, get the flavor, but none of the guilt. And then when you start baking and roasting with it, it really takes it to that next level. Two colors, we've got black and we have red tonight. It is also on sale. This was originally $165 for the anniversary, $119.95. And we even have 5 flex on this. Black going into this look at it is the most limited. Chef, what do you love most about this specific air fryer?
You know what I love it. First of all, it's digital. Second of all, you can program it. For example, if you say chicken, you push chicken here, and then you push start. And it will start it, and look at that, 18 minutes at 400 degrees. So you don't have to do anything. You can walk away. It will shut itself off, and it's foolproof, totally foolproof. So whatever you cook, it can be digital. So, and you can see it here. If you start it, all right, now it started. See? You have to just, here is the starter. So it's so simple. Now, you can do it manually too. So if you want, okay, I want my chicken not so brown, so you put less degree, make it not as hot. But I think for me, I like to fry hot. And the second thing is, it's so much healthier and so much cheaper. Why? Because if you have a fryer, if you have a pan, or if you have a fryer like we used to sell them years ago too, why did we sell them? Because it works really well. But it also is much more expensive. And I know when I used to fry with my boys French fries, Galila, my wife, used to come down into the kitchen and said, I can smell upstairs in the bedroom you're making French fries. So she used to hate it. And forget about it. If we make fish and chips, if we made tempura shrimp, she said, you know, I don't want that fryer here. Now, my children get up in the middle of the night, they play their video games, whatever, and they go down in the kitchen, they take out the bag of the French fries from the freezer, throw it in there, and I hear them after going up in the bedroom, and I see them with the ketchup in their room, in their bedroom. So they can do it by themselves so easily. So it is perfect. Now look at that here. I made a whole bunch of fries in here. You can see how crispy they are. So all you have to do is then put a little salt, pepper on it, maybe. Here it is. You can put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it if you want to, maybe a little ketchup. All right, maybe a little parsley, chopped parsley. So it all depends on you. Now, at our restaurant, we love to put Parmesan cheese on our French fries. Nice. I love the flavor of it. They're hot fries with the Parmesan, and then a little bit of fresh herbs, and you have a nice dish. Put that on the table, and you are done. Look at that. See that?
It's gorgeous. And you made a big pile of them too, Chef. That's feeding the football team right there.
Because this is a 9-quarter, so you can roast a big chicken, or you can make a bunch of French fries. Yes, there are air fryers out there who are less expensive, but you barely can make one order in there. I don't want to have a thing like that. I have 2 or 3 kids, like my children bring over a friend. They don't want to cook French fries for 3 hours to get 3 portions. So with this, it makes it so easy.
Absolutely. And you guys, what's amazing with his capacity is you can actually bake in this. He's going to show baked goods. Probably Marion's going to do that. But also, this is completely nonstick on the interior. And Chef, thanks for doing that, because I've had air fryers in the past that weren't nonstick. And quite frankly, they were a mess to try to clean up. So I really appreciate you've made it really easy.
Yeah, it is totally nonstick. So you can actually fry it the way you want it. You see here, I'm putting the temperature up now, so you can do it manually, or you can do it here and say chicken. You're gonna see the chicken leg here. Okay, and say start 25 minutes, okay, 300. But I like it more brown, so I'm gonna put it at 400. Okay, perfect, and put start. So that's all you have to do. So simple, so easy to work with. Now let's see what else we have in here. Oh, you know what? We like chicken wings. I like chicken thighs. So you can roast chicken thighs. It's really inexpensive. You can buy a bunch full, and they cost under $1 a pound. And look how many I put in here.
Chef, what do you coat that with anything?
Yeah, I put some barbecue sauce on here, or you can put hoisin sauce on here. You put on whatever you like. You know, you can make it really spicy if you like to, or just keep it the way I have here. Maybe put a little bit of some greenery on top. It's a little, some chilies. Do we have a few chilies here or something? All right, you can put that on top. Now look how beautiful they look. And it's all one pot cooking, so you don't need anything extra. Everything comes out of one thing.
Hey,
So
Chef,
out of
I
one
remember
pot.
a couple of years ago, because I'm very blessed to work with you over now, for me, for 16 years. I remember a couple of years ago, you said, you know what, I'm really gonna change my eating lifestyle. And you made a big change in your own personal way that you were eating. And did the air fryer come along at the right time for you? Because I think it has for a
You
lot of
know,
us.
totally for our house and for our children too, because putting on the oil, you know, it's a gallon of oil and the oil is expensive. So, and then it smells up the whole house from it. So I had to take my my fryer outside because my wife did not like the smell in the kitchen or in the whole house doing anything. So I think for me, it really changed my life because extra calories, you know, when you don't have the right temperature, it sits in the oil. So it's really, really, really not a good way to diet or to lose a few pounds. But now you can do it however you like to do it. I mean, it's really amazing. If you want to roast your pork roast beef, anything works right in here. Look at that. A perfectly roasted
That's
chicken in here.
gorgeous.
You can even toss the vegetables in here and then take it out. This is a 5-pound chicken. Look at that.
It's perfect. It's
Perfectly
absolutely
cooked.
perfect. Now, Chef,
Yeah.
explain the technology, because people then think, well, is that really dry on the interior? Because it's a really crispy exterior. It's browned beautifully, but why does it keep it moist in the interior?
Well, because the air is really going all around. So you have this giant fan on top here, and it spreads the air all around. And the way the inside is designed, and it doesn't sit on the bottom, you can see there's the grill in here on the bottom here. So that way, it never sits in your pot. It never sits in the oil. If you cook a prime rib, a pork roast, so it's really much better. But basically, is like a convection oven. We use convection oven in our restaurant. Why? Because it's totally even heating. You look at my chicken, all around the same color. It doesn't just cook on the top. It doesn't just cook on the side. The air is circulating around perfectly. So you have your nonstick basket, and it makes it so much easier to put everything in one. And if you want to put a chicken like that, put it on the table and cut it on the table. Now, if you have my knife, makes it easy. Look how beautiful. If you want to make a sandwich, now give me one of my knives here. Do we have it somewhere here? Should I take one? Okay. All right. So now let's see how easy it works. Do we have more stuff coming out?
Okay, you know what, Chef, I'm gonna go to Marian real quick. We're gonna check in with her in her kitchen and see what she's up to, because I'm hoping and guessing it might be baking in this. Marian, welcome back.
Hi, oh my gosh, I am so in love with this, Suzanne, because when we all fall in love with air fryers, there's one thing that crosses your mind the minute you've tried one. I need more space. So you think, I'm seeing a new air fryer. How many pieces of chicken can I lay down in there when I'm making supper for my family? And with Wolfgang, you can lay 8 in there. It's so beautiful. I love that he made this wrap come out. This is great if you want the fat to go underneath, or for many things, you can actually flip it upside down too, and it's got little silicone feet. But if you want to bake, if that's your thing, this is one of the silicone inserts from his ultimate bakeware set, the cookie sheet set. So in it goes, and let me show you how cool this air fryer is. I am absolutely blown away in love with this thing. So you're going to tap the button, illuminate the 10 most popular foods made in here. See this little cupcake symbol? We're going to tap it and then hit start right there, and watch. It defaults to 20 minutes and 320 degrees, which is perfection for this sprinkle cake. And let's say you're going to peek in there and say, let me see how it's doing. You know what? When you close that drawer, you don't have to do anything. It picks up where you left off without you having to mash a button. It remembers what you did. And then also, when it's done, it shuts off. It'll beep and then it'll shut off. So you're not going to ruin food. If you're trying to get a lazy dinner on the table, Suzanne, this is the name of the game.
No kidding. And what are the most extraordinary things you think you can bake in these? Because when people think air frying, they think, oh, I got the French fries and I'll get the frozen mozzarella sticks and throw them in there. I'm going to do the onion rings or the wings. But they really, I don't think, take advantage of the baking capabilities enough. Marian?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't think people take advantage of the baking capabilities enough.
Yes, and you're right. And so what happens with that rack is it lets that air go down and around. A lot of air fryers don't do that as well. Remember, it's that giant fan with a giant heating element, and that's the whole magic. It's swirling around in this closed compartment, and that's where you get the crispy brown without so much of the fat, and I love that. So of course it works for baking. There's also a bread symbol, which would do like garlic toast, things like that you wanted to do. But the most popular foods that are put in the air fryer are on there. And what's so cool, Suzanne, is there's no more needing to get a recipe out. You're not going to be fiddling on your phone trying to Google a recipe, be digging out grandma's cookbook. You're just going to, once you've put your food in, come here, illuminate it, pick which menu item you want. Let's say it's French fries. Boom, right there. It defaults to 400 degrees, 18 minutes, and it's going to take care of everything for you. So you're not having to search.
Now, what I love about this...
Let's say you peeked in there and you're like, ooh, those are getting... I'm sorry?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, if you looked in there and said, ooh, that's getting a little dark, once it picks back up, you can come right here in the middle of it operating, and you can go ahead and lower that or raise it up, the temperature. Same thing with the time while it's running. You can do this. And that's what I love is it's as intuitive as you are. It thinks as fast as you do. So if you look in a couple of minutes, it picks back up. As soon as it does, you're just going to tap on more minutes, whatever it is that you want. It's genius. For the way we are today, this is my best friend in the kitchen.
And it goes up to 400 degrees. It goes up to 60 minutes. I'm telling you, if you do not have a really smart air fryer, this is the one to pick up tonight. It is the most advanced air fryer we've ever offered across all of our brands because they've made it simple, but again, really, really versatile. You do what you want to do with this. Now imagine you're never going to heat up your oven. You don't have to go and say, oh, I want to make a little brownie for the kids or the grandkids and go, let me turn my big oven on. This is going to do it. You say, you know what? I want a great roast beef tonight. Guess what? This is going to do it. You know what? We want to do chicken wings because it's going to be Friday night and we're going to have the gang over for the football game. This is going to do it for you. If you're craving everything that we have to avoid, all those appetizers we love at those restaurants that are all fried, no, you don't have to because you won't use the oil. And what's really interesting is when you switch to this, you realize that everything tastes so much better because you're authentically tasting that crispness and the taste of the food versus the taste of oil, soaked in oil. You'll never do that again, but you'll still have the crunch, you'll still have the brown, you'll still have the bite to it that we love in fried foods. You just don't have any of the guilt. All right, Chef, I want to jump back to you because I know you've got a couple more things to show us.
And I have to tell you, you don't have the extra calories. That's what is so important by air frying. So no extra calories. You don't have to throw out the old oil. It doesn't smell up your room. And you can make from chicken fingers, for example. Look what a bunch of chicken fingers I made here. You can see they're glistening brown, beautiful. And so now you can make chicken fingers and waffles for the whole family, or serve them with some ranch dressing, some mustard dressing, and then just put them on the table. And chicken fingers are not just for children. A lot of grown-ups love them just as much. So you can serve them with a salad. You can serve them just like that. Maybe if you're in the South, put a little bit of syrup, a little maple syrup on top, or a little honey, some spicy honey.
Oh, that looks so good.
You're done.
Hey, I can't ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you have a recipe for Nashville hot chicken? Have you ever eaten that?
Yeah. All you have to do is get a little spicy oil and dribble a little spicy oil on top. It's good. But I actually prefer it with spicy honey. I know in Nashville they're very famous for their Nashville chicken, but I like spicy honey. And you know who made me do that the first time? J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. I did one of her weddings, I think it was quite a few years ago, and I made some kind of chicken. And then she said, Wolfgang, can you just make me some spicy fried chicken with honey on it? And I said, oh, that sounds really delicious. We make fried chicken in Austria a lot.
Right.
And I made it with spicy honey and lemon juice on it. And it was so delicious. So you can put honey on it and a little chili flakes. Look at that. And then you use a lemon and just squeeze a little lemon juice on it. So you even have a little sweet and a little acidity to it. So it makes it even taste better. I tell you, I could eat that all day long.
Chef, can I tell you, all of us were literally drooling over that chicken you're doing right now. It looks so good. But again, Chef, you know what? It's got the right bite. It's got the right brown, the crispness, but it's going to be really moist on the inside because it's not going to dry it out.
Totally, it won't dry out. Look, my chicken wing, if I wish we would have a camera really a close-up. It is so juicy. Look at that here in the inside. Oh. Can you get a close-up here?
Yes,
Clip?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
it is
gosh,
amazing.
Chef. And you know what's really...
And tender, oh my God. I'll tell you, Susan, you know, if I make you chicken like that, you would take me home any minute, as long as the husband is not at home. But
don't tell Gaella, though. Don't tell your wife. I'd be in big trouble.
No, I won't tell her. No, for sure not.
All right, guys, I got to give you a quick update. If you want the black, it's the most limited. I am down to the last 700. That's going to be sold out. We've got the red available. It's a 9-quart capacity. I'm telling you, it's the most advanced digital system, but the easiest, which just seems funny, right? You're like, oh, wait a minute. No, literally, you start it, you pick the picture. What do you want to do? Is it the fried thing? Is it the cupcakes or the baked thing? Is it the chicken you want to do, the roast, whatever it might be? You hit it, hit the button. It knows what time. It reaches that temperature. You're not having to deal with the oven. You don't have to deal with anything that's like big and bulky. It sits on your counter, or you can store it in your pantry if you want to. But this is going to be a go-to. And what surprises most people is how often, you know what people love to do? Reheat pizza in this. I mean, Chef, it's from the very, like somehow reheated pizza is so good in an air fryer.
But even better, I'll show you a better thing. Make your macaroni and cheese right in here. Look at that.
Oh, yes.
We make that in advance.
Nice.
Look at that. In our catering company, Eric makes that macaroni and cheese or bolognese with a little cheese on top. Oh. You put it in here and you have beautiful, give me a spoon. Here we have one, a little one only.
Chef, what pans should we use inside the air fryer if we're going to do something like that? Or bake?
Well, I use just, this is a metal thing here.
Okay.
And, you know, any one you have, anything fits in there, whatever. You can use porcelain in there. You can use aluminum tins in there. You use whatever you have
like baking
at home.
Pans you have? That. Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Seriously, Chef, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? What's kind of fun is you're going to get 10...
It's so hot, I can't put it in my mouth. If not, I cannot talk anymore.
You get 10 recipes, and let me just tell you, this is the variety, guys. Okay, there's a miso salmon. Can you imagine doing the flakiest, lightest, most beautiful salmons inside here? Imagine doing your shrimp inside here. Beyond that, easy pimento chicken tenders. Like, I 100% want to know what that recipe is, right? How about easy French fries? We know it can do that. Crustless quiches. If you want to make breakfast, because you've got people finally coming to visit, you can make mini quiches for everybody inside here. And quickly, Italian chicken wings, appetizer, orange, camembert, baked pears, Mexican fiesta salad, extra lean bison patties, cheesy bread. Oh, and FYI, Chef, we have your fantastic beef burgers coming up with the rolls.
Yeah.
You could do those burgers inside here, couldn't you?
Totally, you can make your cheeseburgers right in here. It melts the cheese perfectly on top. Did we make some? Okay, all right. He said we had some. Okay, let's look at them.
Ooh, nice.
Look at them. We have like 2 in here.
Okay.
And look at that. I mean, we could put 6 in there. Look, 2 looks a little lost in there almost, you know. Okay.
That's your burger coming up,
look at that.
Right?
And then we have our French fries to go with it, and you're done.
You could do hot dogs in here, couldn't you?
Oh, totally. You can do anything you can bake in the oven, you can do it right in here too. So it makes it really perfect, a perfect way to cook, and you don't feel guilty. Look how much stuff I made. The sweet potato fries, the tarts, I love it. We actually served them at the Oscar party with a little caviar and smoked salmon on the potato tarts, the onion rings, the French fries, the chicken thighs, the chicken tenderloins here, macaroni and cheese, hamburger, cheeseburger, whole roast. You know, roasting in there is to perfection because the air circulation is so perfect. You can regulate the temperature. It also has a whole menu of different things for French fries, for chicken, for fish. So that way you cannot make a mistake. It will do everything for you no preheating necessary. All you have to do is put your food in there, turn it on, and that's it. It's so simple. If you want French fries or if you want chicken French fries, as is this one, okay? And then you turn it on, and that's it. In 7 minutes, you get French fries.
It's awesome. And it preheats itself. It's ready to go. It's much faster. And I'm telling you, if you use a traditional oven, the results on this is improved so much. You just, until you get it at home, you don't understand how amazing air fried food can be. Because people think, oh, we tried air fried, air popcorn back in the day. That stuff was the worst stuff ever. It just didn't replicate really good popcorn. Do not think that. This is gonna give you better food than even your old oven's gonna do. I promise you that. If you want the black, this is now the most limited, so if this is your choice. And please remember, after the anniversary show, the price is gonna go up to $165. So this is a really nice savings. It's not like just $5 off. It's a lot of savings tonight. Now we also added 5 flex pays. Gotta explain that real quick. It's $23.99, any major credit card. We spread your payments out over 5 months, but you get it right away. Get this at home. It's the most intuitive, it's the easiest, it's the smartest at the same time, because you can either set it and forget about it, or you can control it the way you want to. So any way you cook, whether you're absolutely a beginner, maybe someone's moving to their first apartment, to, hey, I'm really an experienced chef, I love cooking in the kitchen, I'm a foodie, I think you're gonna fall in love with this, and you'll be shocked at how often you're gonna use this. You really will. You'll buy it and think, oh, I'll do a couple things, and then you find yourself all day long. You could do literally a grilled cheese sandwich, a grilled ham and cheese sandwich in here, grilled without any oil whatsoever. All right, Marion's with us as well. We're gonna hop back to her kitchen. Marion, what do you got cooking now?
Oh my gosh, one of the things that we make probably the most often is vegetables that we roast. I love to use an oil sprayer. You can even buy them in the store that already have the oil in them. I do it in a bag, Suzanne, because then all the seasoning goes in, like some pepper, a bunch of salt, whatever it is. And then when you close it, you can shake it. And what that does is coat every little spray of oil on there. It coats everything with just a kiss of oil, because that's all it needs. You don't need gallons of oil. And if you struggle with your weight like I do, this is your best friend. Why? Because crispy and crunchy and browned is the name of the game, not soggy and gross and boiled and steamed and all of that. This is gonna get it crunchy. So see that yummy goodness? And there's a couple of sausages in there. And by the way, those could even be vegan. If you're plant-based, this is your best friend too, because we want the crunch. So watch, follow me here. See this vegetable, the carrot sign? I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna hit start. And it's gonna be perfect. It knows exactly how hot, it knows how long, and dinner's gonna be served in 20 minutes. And it's gonna be perfect. I love you, Wolfgang. Thank you for making this for us, because all of America needs it.
It's so funny, Marianne. I was making my roasted vegetables in here. Look at that. It took so long. And when you roast your vegetable, you get all the flavors you will ever need. If you boil them or steam them, there is no flavor. All the flavors gonna go away and gonna go into the water. All the vitamins, all the nutrients gonna go away. Now, with the roasting, with the air fryer, every vegetable is gonna be concentrated. It's gonna taste much sweeter, because vegetables have sugar in it, like carrots and zucchinis and so forth. You're gonna say, I didn't know vegetables tasted good. This is a complete different experience. If you never tried an air fryer, or if you have one, maybe a small one, this is the perfect size for 2 people or for 4 people. You can fry enough. It's just so delicious. I tell you, it will change your life when you have an air fryer. It will change the way you eat, the flavor, the way it tastes, and you can do everything from desserts to appetizer, from fries to roasted chicken, to a roast beef, to a roasted pork tenderloin. You name it, a turkey breast. It's big enough to fit a lot in there. So it's small enough that it heats up very fast, no preheating necessary. It has this really amazing fan on top and a really strong heating element. So that's all you need.
Yeah, speaking of strong, it's 1,700 watts. That's powerful. And you just plug it into a standard plug. Easy cleanup too. It is completely non-stick on the interior, so no worries there. It's not gonna be a hassle to take care of it. We love that as well. All right, guys, stay right there on the line. If you want the black, it is by far the most limited of the two. And again, try it tonight. You got 30 days. If you don't don't use it, if you don't use it at least like 10 or 15 times within 30 days or more, please send it back, but I think you're gonna love it. All right, more with Chef Wolfgang Puck exclusively here at HSN.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen before. Beauty Report is the insider's guide to getting gorgeous. Join me tonight for a beautiful new routine.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
The List is your go-to guide for our favorite fashion and accessory finds of the week. We have the best styles hand-picked just for you. Join us every Thursday night to see what made the list.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks like extra flex or VIP financing on all items through September 30th, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. Perlier is an Italian bath and body company rich in history and tradition. Never far from where it started, Perlier is old world skills mixed with modern day science. Driven by a focus to treat skin with the best ingredients, Perlier continues to develop innovative new lines while staying true to its culture. Discover luxurious bath and body rituals from Italian botanical gardens with Perlier.
Well, you're watching HSN. I'm Suzanne Runyon, and I hope you're having an awesome evening. This hour, and these 2 hours together, I think are really magical. I have been so blessed to work with Chef Wolfgang Puck for a very long time, and no one is more passionate about the products he brings to HSN than Chef, because he has just an amazing amount of experience. I mean, from, you know, a cookbook author to a renowned worldwide chef to being on tons of television shows. You know, everyone knows that name, and everyone knows his great restaurants. And he brings all of that passion where he's built this amazing, amazing business. He brings it to what products he does for us. And this is the only place you can get these exclusive deals is right here at HSN. The next one I love, and it was very interesting because I was listening to Marlo and the Beekman boys, and they were talking about the benefits of yogurt. I thought, well, how convenient is that? They go, well, yogurt has probiotics, it settles your tummy down, it's really, really, really good for you, right? And I happen to be a big yogurt person. And they mentioned Andrew Lessman, who does all of our vitamins, and he talks about probiotics as well. Well, imagine making your own yogurt. This is really the heart and soul of what's so good for you. It's because yogurt not only tastes great, kids love yogurts, adults love yogurts, but typically you're buying things that are full of a lot of preservatives that have been sitting on a store shelf or in the refrigerated section. Now you're gonna make it at home on your own. All right, guys, this is huge. I have never presented this before, so I was super excited because I'm such a fan of not only eating yogurt, but the benefits of yogurt because they're exceptional. We've saved this for tonight's show, and the easiest part about this is you literally set it and you forget about it. You can use whole milk, coconut milk, nut milk, we'll get all into it, but this is your chance to finally make your own yogurts. And what I love is, look at this, you're gonna get 8 of the little container, or 7 of the glass jars. These are all 6 ounces apiece. Chef's gonna walk us through how this works, but seriously, look at the front of this. It's one single button. So you follow along, easy recipes, hit it, and walk away. You can do the fanciest yogurt, you can do plain yogurt. You can use yogurt on your potatoes if you want to. You can actually do fruit on the bottom yogurt. So all those wonderful yogurts that are out there, now you're gonna make them fresh, you know the ingredients, and most importantly, you can make yogurt. It's really, really easy. So Chef, let's jump into this. Why did you decide to do a yogurt maker?
You know why? Because I love yogurt in the morning. Really, it makes my stomach feel better because I drink a lot of coffee and I drink wine too. And I think yogurt really makes the stomach feel much better. Now, I know the soap guys who make goat cheese, goat milk preservative for your skin. For me, the inside is even more important. So yogurt really helps a lot. And you know, when you go to the Balkan countries, to Greece, to Turkey, the people eat a lot of yogurt, and the lifespan of these people, it's really amazing. There are so many people who live 100 and over there. Why? Because of the nutrition. You know, it is really much more important than we think, what we put into our body. You know, we might buy nice clothes and nice shoes and so forth, but we forget sometimes that the most important thing is how we treat our body. This is so simple. You know, if you're lactose intolerant, you can use coconut milk, you can use any nut milk, or you can use soy milk, whatever you like. Then just add your probiotic to it or a little bit of yogurt to it. Fill up your 7 glass jars. So you can see I have in some marmalade, fruits underneath here. I can put chocolate in here. I can put caramel in here. But my favorite is the plain one. So then I just serve it some. Oh, this is not the plain one. Do we have a plain one in the other one? Oh, you made all fruity ones? All right. We made some early on. And then you scoop it out. Look at it. This is a caramel one, but I love it with a little olive oil and a little fresh ground pepper and some salt. That's how I eat my yogurt in the morning. And I learned that when I was in Greece. They love it like that. Some people eat it with a little bit of honey on it, but I love olive oil a lot.
So, Chef, you made it
It's
so you can just
perfect.
literally set it and forget about it. So, how do we go? What's the process? How do we make yogurt?
So you use milk. Let's say you use regular milk. You heat up the milk to about 180 degrees. Then you cool it down to 110. And then you add the probiotic, or you add a little bit of yogurt to it, or some leftover yogurt you had, or store-bought yogurt. And then you fill up the jars, add the flavors you want. You can add a little sugar to sweeten it if you like to. I like it plain or with fruits, and it's so simple and so easy. So I like it plain because I eat it with olive oil. But, you know, we also use it in a lot of ethnic cooking. We make a tzatziki out of it. So we add some yogurt, some garlic, a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and serve it like that with a little pita bread, and it's just delicious. So any way you want it, this does everything for you. You just have to put it in plug it in. It has a plug, and then turn it on here. That's it. See here? So simple. I love it.
Well, and I love the fact that you're in control of all the ingredients. We're going to check in with Marion, too, and see what she thinks and what she actually creates with it as well. So, Marion, what are you doing in your kitchen right now?
Oh my gosh, when Wolfgang sent me this, I was so ecstatic because I grew up with homemade yogurt. In Africa, if you wanted it, you had to make it. So mom had a starter she got from another missionary, and literally the 18 years that I lived there, she kept that going because that's how it works. You start with one little bit of yogurt, and that little bit makes all the other yogurt because it's a fermented food, much like sauerkraut, like pickles, like kimchi, things like that. They're so good for you. That's why they're so good for your gut. But it's really, really easy to do. All you're going to do, how I do it, I heat up the milk or nut milk or even goat milk. I love it with goat milk. You're going to heat it up to 180 degrees. That's important because it gets rid of any of the other things that are in there that would maybe change the flavor. Once it's at 180, you're going to cool it to 110 so that it can keep the yogurt alive. You're going to add your yogurt. Maybe it's a jar you saved, get some from a friend, one jar that you buy from the store. You never have to buy yogurt again. You're just always going to save a little back, and then that's how you do it. Whisk this in, and now you're ready to pour it into the jars. So all you're going to do is take out the cute little jars. Aren't they adorable? I think this is so brilliant. And there's 7 of them, so you're going to be able to make a lot. And you're going to wonder, okay, what's the deal with it being electric? Well, believe me, in Africa, when we made it, we had to use powdered milk because that's all we had, Suzanne.
Oh,
and
wow.
we had to boil it on the wood stove, and then we put it in a big container And then you had to make sure that it was the right temperature, and then you had to make sure that it didn't get disturbed. And so when I was in charge of making the yogurt, I would get so lazy, I wouldn't heat it right, I wouldn't cool it right because it took so long, and then I'd go out into play and jostle the container, and it always looked terrible, it was curdled, or it didn't set up at all, because it does need to be in time that's fermenting. So you're going to fill up your jars, you'll leave the lids off till you're done, fill them all up, put the lid on, and then here's the magic. You're going to hit that one button, and this little incubator knows for fermenting yogurt how warm to keep it so that it's going to be perfect in there. It's going to give you that perfect yogurt every single time. And this is what I'm talking about. Yogurt that looks like this, where it's creamy, it's perfect. But if you try to do this, people say you can put it in the pilot light on your oven. I say that's not true because I've had so much yogurt ruined in my pilot light on my oven. You want a dedicated tool that can make that perfect temperature so that you get results that look like this. Why would you want to go to the trouble of making this? One word: taste. It tastes nothing like the stuff that you get at the grocery store. The best I can compare that to, Suzanne, is cooked. The way canned milk has that cooked taste. If you don't want that, you learn to make your own, because it's just your milk, a little bit of yogurt starter, and that's all there is to it. And it is so divine. And you can keep that starter going and just keep making batch after batch. Cheaper, better. I love it.
Let me ask you, how long do you leave it in the actual unit?
Okay, so about 8 hours is great. The longer it sits in there, the more tart it gets. Now, if you're using a milk that's not coming from a cow, they're always longer. There is a lot of magic to a cow, but a lot of people don't want to eat that. So if it's goat, if it's a nut milk, it's going to be longer.
Okay.
You'll see, you'll see the recipes in the manual. They're great. It tells you how long, but it does get a little more tart as it sits. But you can go, some people go even 24 hours. It just gets a little more tart as it sits.
So you really don't have to babysit it?
No, oh no, just leave it alone. Don't jostle it, just leave it. That's how you get it so perfectly.
What are you making there?
Oh, this is curry.
Oh,
and we
nice.
love just a vegetarian curry, whatever you like to put in yours. And then add some cilantro, but the yogurt just cools it down. It adds that lovely tartness. It's just so nice. I love it so much.
I think
but
there's
I love
something.
It. Wolfgang was saying.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, Wolfgang was saying savory yogurt is so great. It is. And I learned from Fuji, my friend, at the restaurant, soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, and green onion. It'll change your life. It's not sweet, but it's just as satisfying as Wolfgang was saying with the olive oil and the salt and pepper.
Oh, I totally want to do the olive oil trick because I love yogurt. But the problem is if you're buying it at the store, you're not in control of what they're putting inside it. It sits on a shelf for a really long time. You know, you're not getting the freshness that you can make. And I think this is a fun foodie adventure. I really do. If you're saying, hey, you know what? I really am trying to save money. I'd love to make my own stuff. This is something that people kind of ooh and ah over. And maybe after you're done, it could be a plain or it could be the chocolate. You have a recipe for jam on the bottom, so if you love that whole fruit on the bottom kind of idea. A Greek style yogurt. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. We also, if you can do plain natural yogurt, you can do goat milk yogurt with this. And so you're gonna get all the recipes and the tips on how to create it. But again, it's much simpler than you think because Chef has taken the steps and really condensed them. And the hardest part is right here, and he's made it the easiest part of making yogurt. And Chef, I know you love yogurt because you've mentioned it, you eat it every morning, but really it is so good for us to be able to eat yogurt, and
Totally.
I like the idea of controlling the ingredients.
Exactly. So you know exactly what you put in there, what milk you put there. You know, and a lot of people are lactose intolerant. I know my wife is from Ethiopia, and you know, they make this lentil stew, and they always serve some yogurt next to it too, because it cools it down. I like spicy Indian food. They put yogurt on top to cool it down. Now, I know in a lot of people, when they go for breakfast, they use yogurt. So if you want to use it, add the green onions, a little garlic, olive oil to it, and serve it with some baba ganoush and a little pita bread, and you're going to think you are in Istanbul or on a Greek island. So this is really an amazing way to make the perfect yogurt. So I love it. And I could eat yogurt every morning, and I do really with a little olive oil, salt and pepper. And people sometimes look at me, salt and pepper and olive oil, especially if I go out of town in a hotel. You know what? That's the way I like it. I like it savory.
I think that's such a good idea. I want to do that so badly, actually. But again, remember, you're going to get 7 of the jars are included. You get the unit itself. You're going to get all the instructions how to preset it. Then you put it in and you walk away and let it do its magic, nature's magic for you. Okay, we do have what's called a This Day Only. Guys, this is really exciting because for Wolfgang's 23rd anniversary, we've got some really special deals, including this. This is our 3-piece food storage container set. So clever, so awesome, and it's under $20. Originally, it was $31.45. You're getting the 11-ounce, the 18-ounce, the 27-ounce with the lid that's going to come along with it. And you get a little dry erase marker, which is nice. You can put, hey, kids, your snacks, your lunch, your salad, Honey's salad, Bobby's salad, whatever it might be, you can mark on that, which is pretty darn clever. So that's available.